All right, this is Sunday, the day of rest, and you would think the man of my constitution would rest in this day of the Lord, when even the Lord, after creating the very essence of reality, took a little snooze, sat down. If he had a couch, he would have sat down on the couch and perhaps watched Netflix. At the time, they didn't have such things. You'd have to watch Galaxy this morning, but that's not the point. Let's not go into the past, let's go into the present. We're talking about the New York Post, not Sunday's Post. That's a backlog of my work. I've been resting a little too much. Ah, yes. What's this? He's a predator. Apparently, yeah, New York City Department of Recreation, the recreation of politicians who uh, graft. Yeah, a sexist, if you will, enemy of the female people. Um, um, It's not that women are not above doing this, actually. He's using his position of power as in the police department to give women overtime and in exchange for overtime, sexual favors. Oh, yes. Oh, amusing. And a good-looking man wouldn't think he would have to do this. But apparently, he goes over quantity rather than quantity. And some of the women are attractive and some are just your average woman. Ah, I don't want to offend, but no. There are average looking people and extremely good looking people in this society, yes. He apparently, if you wanted to get overtime or advancement in your career, you would partake in a dalliance with him. I haven't, because of my inherent laziness, I haven't read the full article. And if he was married, if he was in fact sitting in another way besides putting these women in awkward positions, perhaps they were married. Perhaps you know. Anyway, we won't go into that because we don't know. We're speculating, although I know everything. Yes. So this adds to the lineage of the Adams administration of corruption. Probably if not the most corrupt administration in New York City history, certainly the one that everybody knows about. Other ones may have been as just as corrupt, but somehow it kept out of the papers. Oh, yes. Of course, the papers have turned on Mr. Adams since he didn't toe the party line for Mr. Bolshevik Biden. Pen pals lucky. Ah, yes. The man who is now a deity among the left, who assassinated the uh, a CEO, a corporate head, who may have been quite dishonest in his endeavors as the corporate head of, I believe, a health insurance company, in which you would be not insured, though pay for your insurance. Well, the man was, if anybody is familiar with the situation, a rather good-looking assassin, a fine-looking man, snuck up on the said corporate head and shot him in the back. Not the most noble of situations. Didn't even let him look in the man's eyes before he shot him. Now, this crazed man, and the assassin is crazed, brilliant mind, uh, handsome man, but bad back and not properly functionally in the boudoir at the moment. Ironically, it's a part of hell that the man can't do the, as I would like to call it, the hoopy-doo with women. Therefore, cannot enjoy the benefits of being from a wealthy family, um, a good-looking man, and a brilliant mind bent in a leftward position. Yes, but they are going to throw the book at him and talking about the death penalty since he assassinated a man who may be questionable, but it's fairly high on the food chain. And the wealthy, the mega wealthy, do not want to be targets of assassination, especially when it's given a public rise of pro-assassinating uh, captains of capitalism who may be questionable capitalists. Yes. Now let's see. Many mystery. The, the little machines that fly above our heads. What are they called? Domes. Ah, domes. The mind at this time of day or night. Well, anyway, these machines are flying above us, unmanned. No, we don't know where they're from. We don't know if they're aliens from outer space, our own government looking for radioactive material, or the communists, the Red Chinese, the Iranian, and of course our good old friends from Russia. No one knows. No one's. The Biden administration is very being secretive as normally. They're saying there's no one, we can't even figure out who they are. My God. How idiotic and stupid do they think the American people are? Of course, in about a month, this nightmare of Bidenism will be over, and we'll know what those things are there and who's behind them. Was Mr. Trump will look into the sky and he'll shoot them down or get when they land down the airports and or flying saucers will blow them up or seize them. Ah, let's see. Shh, he's napping. Mr. Biden, now it's coming out. They're actually reporting how what they similarly was. When the victims of his incompetence letting American troops be ballooned up in Afghanistan, he actually napped. They made the families of the killed military people nap. No, not nap. They were up waiting for the president to honor the dead. Of course, near death and a napper, Biden had to nap. Ay, ay, ay. Ah, White House was hiding Biden. The last 4 years, even before the president became president, it was obvious that the man was a mush brain, senile, losing ground in the cerebellum, brain cells going away. Not that I have all my brain cells, but certainly I wasn't as obvious. I'm not as obvious as Mr. Biden. Brain dead Biden, I call him. I wonder if you can be punished for your sins if the soul or the vehicle that would you? I mean, how can you convict a vegetable, a semi-vegetable? Oh my God. And I see him eat an ice cream. I said, does ice cream go with vegetables? Hmm. Welcome Black Potter. This is that man. He was brought back to New York and going to be prosecuted for his numerous crimes. Well, not numerous, basically. He did one crime so far that we know of, the murder of that man, that corporate head. Vladimir is via no peace plan. We're getting mixed signals of what reality is. According to some, Russia is about to defeat Ukraine. Of course, according to the other sources of information, Ukraine is about to beat Russia. Uh, I I don't like it, but I say that most likely Russia will defeat Ukraine. It's just simply there's not enough Ukrainians to go around to have an indefinite war of attrition with Russia. Those who have had wars of attrition with Russia usually don't rush on to victory. Am I playing words? No bail for rape brothers. They might run. Apparently, these playboy rape brothers, not satisfied with having sex, needed to have the extra thrill of overpowering women and raping them. The years these people would go in prison and burn in hell for a while. I'm not saying the rape brothers will burn in hell for all eternity, but let's feel that way. Yes, we ground for hate. Yes, just have become breeding grounds for hate. Of course, they have been for some time, but not until they became obviously anti-Semitic. Was it uh, obvious? Racial hatred, class hatred, gender hatred, all were going on in our colleges, with the violent college leftists persecuting all that opposed them, or even those who didn't, until they turned on the Jewish people. Ironically, or paradoxically, I don't know these large, sophisticated words, uh, many of the benefactors of these universities were Jewish. They just didn't see what was coming. They never do. I think they just thought the leftists would outgrow their childish hatreds. And, as Winston Churchill said, to be a leftist in your youth is to show a certain amount of heart, and then you grow a brain and you become a conservative or a moderate. I think that's what they were hoping for, but no. The cancer of hatred is metastasized, and it's not good. Yes, but the tide has turned with the advent of Trump. War crimes, Ray. War was, what is it? Crimes, war crimes. What crimes are being done right now in Europe? Probably the worst in some time. It was certainly the worst that has happened since World War II. The Russians' ruthlessness is they will lose. Yeah, they lose. They'll exhaust themselves in Ukraine, and they won't really be able to conquer other parts of Europe. At least that's not hope. But they will most likely defeat the Ukrainians or make them a vessel of the Soviets, the Russians. Um, no sense. Yeah, thanks for helping. I'll do more Nostradamus and that appears past my trust in that idea. Really like drop something. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye, sweet prince. Goodbye.